Hello, it's me again, and this time I will be reviewing issue 12 of Gotham Academy. I like this. This is very, very, intense, something you would use, in the cover of Firestarter. There's Firestarter, then there's the sci-fi feature Firestarter, just so you know. Part 1's way better than Part 2. Part 2 is just... it elaborates a lot on stuff, expands, has a universal expansion, but it looks like it's in a completely different universe. Stylistics, even though, yes, I know early 80s to early 2000s is a gigantic leap in style for an in-universe change in timeline, but honestly, just looks like an entirely different production company made it, because I believe basically it was. Anyway, besides that, if you look closely, that this is actually a tower, and it looks pretty good. I like that. Anyway, so we open up with the next day. Now, honestly, I thought that it was going to open up with them running out of the locker rooms, because in the last issue, Kyle disappears from his locker room after a volleyball tournament in Gotham City, where Maps and Olive and everyone finds out. Well, we find out one or two more, not necessarily clues, but backstory-ish stuff about how in Silverlock's lineage that a lot of her family members are cuckoo and have been locked up, and that Batman and Robin have fought Calamity Jane in the past, and it was Silverlock's mother. And armed with that knowledge, we go into the next part of the story where we rescue Kyle. But instead of running back out of the locker room to save him, apparently they don't know where he went. They think they know, but they have no real means of actually using direct transportation to get there. They have to still take the bus back, which, by the way, they have their names on, on the clipboard or whatever, so they have to be, filed back on the bus, which they're about to leave anyway. So I thought, well, once they get back, it'll still be that evening. A bit late, but it'll still be that evening, and then they go on this adventure to find him. No, that's not the case. What happens is it's the next day. And when was the last you saw your brother, Maya? It's okay, Pumpkin. You can answer him. But, snip, Kyle! Miss, you could just... can't you see I'm too distraught to answer questions? But, don't worry. I'll get her. So we see Maya just bawling over the fact that her brother is just missing. She runs off. I'll get her. So, Olive goes and hitches up to Olive. Says, I know this is hard. I don't like it either, but... hey, were you faking? I bought some time, and I'll always carry glycerin eye drops. They want to take me back home, but they don't know what's really going on. Only we can rescue Kyle. We have to act now. Oh, I got it. Do you know where your roommate Catherine is? In our room. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Because I'm thinking that where Genius is. Fingers crossed she goes for it. And so we cut back to a little while later when Maya's parents come to pick her up. It says, try to listen to your mother, Maya. We all have to work together. I like bread. Bye-bye. The little girl looks out the window. And then, pew! Coast is clear. She pokes her up. I do like bread. She is good. We see it was the shape-shifting acting girlfriend in It was put in the car, and then Maya's still there. She's good. I do like bread. I actually didn't see that coming, so I think that was pretty good. I didn't think it would be, I don't think it should be that convincing. But anyway. She actually fooled her parents into thinking that she's a slightly distraught Maya. That's actually pretty good. Okay, we've got to get to Arkham. Will the tunnels take us there? Yeah, but it'll take time we don't have. And our ride will be here shortly. So these guys pull up in a car. It says, your ride awaits, milady. He goes, where did you get this car? The less you know, the better. If you look at the license plate, it says Hammer 1 on it. It's like, oh, it's the headmaster. It's his car. So anyway, they drive the car. Pulperline says that her mom, that Silverlock's mom killed her dad. He says, I did not know that. I thought he died in a car crash, like my mom said. Oh, well then. He says, and Olive actually retorts, goes, why did you tell me this? It's like, you enjoy seeing me in pain? Because no, I don't mean to. It's just how it happens. It's how it just comes out of me. And she says, people saying that Olive is a liability. Because they kind of seen her kind of act a little weird when, whenever Calamity's around. So they say, just be the lookout. It's fine, but Maps is really trying to still be way too into Olive. It says, you're a liability. It goes, Olive, you are a little bit of a liability, but you're my reliability. Okay? Right. Yeah, how else are we supposed to take that, writers? I mean, seriously. But of course, these people actually have chemistry as opposed to Korra and Konami. Whatever the heck her name is. But yeah. And anyway, they go inside. Silverlock sees that there is a light on in the window, sees a figure in the window, goes inside, meets up with the person. They meet up with Kyle. Find out how the key works just before Kyle falls to his doom. Kyle says he knows who brought him there. We go inside the room, and it turns out it's the guy with the other beard again. The guy she's been talking to this whole time about her feelings. He says before he was the counselor at the school, he was the counselor at Arkham. He said his mother imparted to him a lot of information. He is saying he knows a lot about her, but he does not know what she put in the tunnels. I'm thinking it's Croc, but I'm guessing it must be something else. Pulperline is thinking about whether or not to put on the costume. I think don't, because then maybe he might go nuts. I'm not entirely sure. But he's trying to get in touch with, do a seance thing. Not seance, but try to connect to her mother through her. He's trying to talk to Olive and try to get, reach the spirit of the mom. And if you know about her than anyone, then tell me how she died. Were you there? Did you do it? It wasn't me. It was Calamity. Tell me! Calamity, is that you? You didn't finish telling me about the tunnels. What did you hide in the tunnels? Calamity, reveal yourself to me! And then, keeping in the spirit of the Hollywood tradition, Eve falls out the window at the end, whatever, blah blah blah, and Calamity, save me! Yeah, I'm really sure. And then they all race back, just in time to see Arkham collapse, and the car falls into the sinkhole along with it, so now they're walking back. And then the girls say, we can have a leisurely stroll through the tunnels. What? It'll be fun. It'll be fun. And then Olive says that she feels better. She finally feels whole. And then the next issue is Robin War. that's it for this issue. So yeah, it still continues on. It's really good. We see that there can be tension between these two characters. We've seen it before, and we see it again. That they can be the best of friends, and they can also kind of be really, well, have Maps be really into Olive. The point of, why don't you just kiss her and be over with it? Just express your undying love for her already. Anyway, so she... but we see Olive try to just keep everyone at a distance, try to protect them, as she tries to ascertain how much of a danger am I, not just to myself, but to others. That's why she's trying to keep everyone away, so she tries to figure what the hell is going on with her. I'm thinking some sort of weird possession down the family line has something to do with, what's her name? What was it? The ancestor of the penguin. But anyway, so I think maybe they might be the same ancestor as Silverlock, but who's to really say? Maybe we'll find out next issue. Until then, the same Gotham time, same Gotham comic.